The Squid Industries Hydro is one of Squid's newer products. It's been around for like a little over a year, although it's been in prototype form for about 4. But anyways, the Squid Industries Hydro is a slightly shorter tie live blade. It's a little bit shorter than a standard length Bally, just a hair. But you do definitely feel it a little bit. I've made several videos on the Hydro in the past. All of them have been pretty positive because I honestly really like the Hydro. And I still do. Which is why I was very excited when I was offered the opportunity to be the first owner of one of these, the Hydro Trainer. I bought this at Blade Show on day 2. They brought 2 of them just to like make videos with and stuff at the show. And I was able to snag this guy. Lucas was like, yeah, I got some Hydro Trainers for sale, just 2 of them. I was like, 2 of them, that's it? So I bought one. Yeah, this guy is mine. I'm pretty sure I'm currently, only for a few more days, the only owner of a Hydro Trainer. It's been that way for about a month, and I'm very thankful for that cool little thing. But is the Hydro Trainer worth it? I know I've said many times that the live blade is worth it, but also weigh your options. Like, there's plenty of tie live blades in the $350, $400 range, so definitely don't just immediately go buy a Hydro. Look around at some other things. But what about the Hydro Trainer? Retailing at about $350, probably in a few different variations. Should you just straight up go and buy a Hydro Trainer? Or should you once again weigh your options? For $350, there are a few good trainers you can purchase. That is kind of more of the live blade range. Not a ton of knives are in trainer form around that price range. And if a trainer is all that you're looking to buy, then the Hydro Trainer is definitely up there. But then it comes down to comparing itself against live blades. Is the Hydro Trainer better than the Hydro Live? Yeah, it is actually. It's got a little more tip weight. I personally just all around prefer the Hydro Trainer, just a hair. It's been that way since I first tried out the prototypes for the Hydro Trainer, I should say. I was very impressed by it. It just flips so good. But before I kind of start comparing it to a bunch of other things in the general range, let me just talk about it a little bit. This is the Squid Industries Hydro Trainer. It has a... I don't even know what the blade steel is. I really need to be better at that. I feel like I never know what steel these blades are. I'm gonna guess CPM 154, but I don't know. You'll have to look yourself. The handles are 6AL4V grade 5 titanium. All this stuff is actually laser cut first, which is really cool. I believe the handles are. I'm like 99% certain they laser cut the handles too, with of course some machining afterwards. But the blades for sure are just cut out with a laser, so that's kind of just cool little thing they got going on there. It's on bushings, of course, and phosphor bronze washers. It's got G10 or Ultem spacers, depending on what variant you have. You can also get shorty or full channel spacers, or you can get zippy extending ones.
Said he was gonna get Chipotle.
Which is very cool. I am indeed getting Chipotle. The tolerances on the good old Hydro. This one I've kind of been beating up for a little bit and haven't oiled in like 2 weeks, so you're not gonna have any tap. Don't worry about that. Play, It just depends if you maintain it. Like, the screws are cranked, everything feels very tight and very bouncy. I don't have undersized bushings on this, which used to be an issue with the Hydro. I believe they have since fixed that, because I haven't really seen that showing up anywhere. But so long as you oil your knife and stuff, the play is going to be very, very minimal. Which is also kind of impressive for a sandwich bally, because it can be pretty tough to get it just how you want. The Hydro Trainer blade is kind of a comb type deal. It will comb a little bit, but Lucas said it's more comb inspired than an actual comb, because in order for it to be an actual comb, they would have to take out a lot of this stuff, make the teeth way deeper and stuff like that. And it would legitimately just be a comb. So it's more comb inspired. You can kind of like, I don't know, maybe comb your leg hair or something. I don't know. But yeah, there's that. And then I guess just go into flipping. It flips a lot like a Hydro, because it is legitimately, it's a Hydro. Like, there's no difference in the handles whatsoever. They're the same. But there is just a very slight difference of a little more tip weight, maybe even a little more end weight. Let me see. Yeah, like the end weight, I'm not sure. Like, they obviously don't do anything with the handles, so they'd have to take out from the blade, which they could do while also giving it more tip weight. But I don't really know. Whatever they did do to change up the balance very slightly, I dig it. I am a big fan of that. And that makes me pick up the Hydro Trainer a lot more than the live blade. I'm the kind of guy who always picks up the live blade. Like, I always carry a live blade on me. But when it comes to the Hydros, I tend to pick up the good old Trainer. It's just really good. I personally would rather have a better flipping experience than a live blade, but in most cases, the live blade is always better, which is why this is kind of unique. It's pretty rare that you get a better flipping Trainer. But I'm a big fan of this. The Hydro is definitely a slightly more unique product, but it fits my flipping style a lot more than like a longer machine-wise bally would be, that kind of uniqueness. It's more short, snappy, competitive, which is kind of what I like. But now comparing it to some other things in this price range, like, there's a few things you can get trainer-wise for near $350. Like a machine-wise Totori would be closer to $400, I would say. You could get a Thai Kraken trainer, which is a direct competitor to this, also coming in at like $350. It's a good recommendation. I am a big fan of the Thai Kraken. I like the trainer less than I do the live blades. So between those two, you are getting a more standard experience with the Thai Kraken, I would say. But I feel like you get, while it's slightly more unique, I think it is a better flipping experience with the Hydro Trainer. However, you don't get that little adjustable weight system that you would with a Thai Kraken. And then just a step up from that, there's like a Tsunami trainer, which if you watched my last video, I think it's one of the best trainers you can buy, because it's literally just a Tsunami with a trainer blade. It flips like a Tsunami, pretty much exactly, honestly. But that gets you into like the $550 range, which is quite a ways up from the Hydro Trainer. And then there's all the live blades that you can buy, which I'm not going to name because you guys, yeah, you know them. There's also the Madco. I can't forget about the Madco. This beats out the Madco for sure, flipping wise. So I feel like the Hydro Trainer is definitely worth your money. It's worth $350. I am not sure if it is worth having a live blade and a trainer blade hydro. I do, and it's probably going to stay that way. But if you have a live blade and you want the trainer, maybe consider selling your live hydro after comparing the two and seeing which one you prefer, because I don't really see the need to have two hydros. And just between all of the different options, you kind of got to go with your gut when you're picking a Bali. Watch whatever videos you can, of course, but it all comes down to which one do you actually want. They're all going to feel a little different. They're all going to flip a little different. You can't have them all. So you kind of just got to pick. But if you were to pick the Hydro Trainer, you would not be disappointed. This thing is really stinking good. Anyways, huge thank you to Lucas for selling this to me at Blade Show early, before literally anybody else. It's just super cool. And thank you also, Lucas, for making an awesome product. Always nails them. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. See ya at some point. I gotta go get Chipotle.